Picture this. You were driving on a quiet highway. Suddenly, thud, 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 thud. You've got a flat tire. It's annoying, but you know the drill. You pull over, pop the trunk, and lift the cargo mat, ready to grab the spare tire and the jack. But when you look down, there is nothing there. No tire, no tools, just a small plastic bottle of sealant and a confusing little air pump. If you bought a new car recently, you aren't the victim of a factory error. You are actually looking at one of the biggest, quietest shifts in automotive history. Today, nearly 1/3 of all new cars leave the factory without a spare tire. But why? Is it just corporate greed, or is there a hidden engineering secret beneath your trunk? Today, we're finding the missing wheel, right here in Simple Things Surprising Histories. To understand why the tire vanished, we have to look at something you can't see: government regulations. For decades, car manufacturers didn't worry much about weight. Cars were heavy steel beasts. But in recent years, fuel economy standards, like the CAFE standards in the US or Euro emissions rules in Europe, have become incredibly strict. Every single gram of a car counts. Now, a spare tire, a jack, and a lug wrench might weigh anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds. To an engineer trying to squeeze out 1 extra mile per gallon, 50 pounds is a nightmare. By deleting the spare tire, manufacturers instantly make the vehicle lighter. Lighter cars use less gas and emit less carbon. It seems like a small change, but when you multiply that weight saving across millions of vehicles, it helps car companies meet strict legal targets and avoid massive government fines. But weight is only half the story. The other half is space. Modern cars are packed with technology that didn't exist 20 years ago. We demand massive sound systems, complex suspension, and advanced exhaust filters. But the biggest space eater is the battery. As we shift toward hybrids and electric vehicles, engineers need a safe place to put the battery packs. It turns out, the safest spot is often right where the spare tire used to sit, low down in the rear of the car. It's a game of Tetris. If you want a hybrid battery, a spacious trunk for your groceries, and legroom for passengers, something has to go. The spare tire was the only thing that wasn't strictly necessary for the car to move, so the tire well became the battery well. So, if you don't have a spare, what do you have? Many luxury manufacturers, like BMW, switch to run-flat tires. These have reinforced sidewalls that stay rigid even when the air rushes out. They allow you to drive for about 50 miles at reduced speeds to get to a shop. They are convenient, but they are also expensive to replace and give a stiffer ride. For most standard cars, manufacturers provide a tire repair kit, essentially a can of pressurized sealant foam. The idea is that you pump the goo into the tire, it seals the puncture, and you drive away. It sounds great in theory. However, these kits only work on small punctures in the tread. If you blow out a sidewall or hit a large pothole, that foam is useless and you're calling a tow truck. Finally, we can't ignore the obvious: cost. A spare wheel assembly costs a manufacturer money. Removing it saves them roughly $100 to $200 per car. That sounds small, but if a company sells 2 million cars a year, eliminating the spare tire saves them hundreds of millions of dollars in pure profit. It's a rare win-win for the manufacturer. They save money on parts and they meet emission goals. The only person who loses is the one stranded on the side of the road. The spare tire is becoming a relic of the past, joining the ashtray and the manual window crank. If you're buying a new car, check the trunk before you leave the lot. If it's empty, you might want to buy a spare separately, or at least check that your roadside assistance membership is up to date. Thanks for watching Simple Things Surprising Histories. If you enjoyed this surprising bit of history, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the everyday world around us. Drive safe, and see you next time.